Hey, it's Taylor, and welcome to Advanced Finishing. Now, you probably noticed that this was not an advertised video. This wasn't a full module that we advertised. We never told anybody about this. This is strictly a bonus that you're getting exclusively, okay? It's not part of Explosive Finishing. It's completely separate. And the reason for that is because with Explosive Finishing, I wanted to really get across the message that finishing should be simple. Okay? If more players just use the simple finishing moves, draw contact, and finished, players would score a lot more points. But the fact is, for advanced players, there are some situations where you're going to need more advanced footwork tactics and little fakes and things like that. And this is what that video is going to show to you. So this is entirely a bonus module, right? This isn't something we advertised. No one else will know about it except for you right now because you're in this video, and I want to get right into it, all right? So we're going to show you some various moves that you'll use in different situations to finish on players around the rim and maybe within 5 or 10 feet of the rim. So this is going to be really valuable to you to get to that next level after you've mastered the explosive finishing principles, all right? So let's jump right in and I'll show everything to you. Alright, let's get into advanced finishing, and what we're going to go over here is the footwork series, and this is a little bit more advanced. I just want to remind you again to keep it simple when you can. Again, the explosive finishing video covers the simple stuff, the stuff that's tried and true that will work for you over and over and over, but these are a couple moves that you might want to add to your game for certain situations. So I want to show you what they are. First of all, again, the finishing moves that are going to be tried and true are the Euro step and the spin off to beat the second line of defense, the shoulder finish, the up and under, the floater, the half reverse. These are the tried and true basic methods. But the advanced finishing moves are what we call the spin series. And this is the Nash fade, the duck under, the Kobe, and the rondo. Okay, and you might recognize those names obviously from popular NBA players. That's basically where they're from. And these are moves, obviously, that are used at a high level. They are advanced. They aren't necessarily easy for some players, but I think that you'll find them to be of a lot of help to your game. So let's jump right in. Who are these moves for? First of all, they're very, very effective for undersized players. They're very effective for, again, mismatched players, which I guess are the same as undersized players, really. Mismatched players who are weaker or smaller than their defender. They're good for quick guards and wing players, and they're good for big men. Okay, big men can use these moves, so if you're a big man, you will be in luck when you have these moves in your game. Okay, and I really suggest, if you are a perimeter player, study some of the big men, some of the best big men of all time, like Hakeem Olajuwon in particular, and their footwork. Okay, Kobe Bryant actually spent an offseason learning from Hakeem Olajuwon all of his footwork tactics and techniques and things like that. So it's very effective and it's very useful for you to do that. So learn from the best big men and learn what they do, and you'll be able to use them in your game. Now, let's talk about, first of all, the Nash fade. Okay, this is the first move in our series, and you're going to perform this move when your defender's trying to beat you to the spot within 5 to 8 feet of the hoop. Okay, and it can be closer than that if you need it to be, but you'll see Steve Nash use this move a lot, and it's not necessarily a finishing move per se around the rim, but I put it in this class of moves because you are using it when you're penetrating towards the hoop, and you're going to use it within 5 to 8 feet of the rim. So all you're going to do is, when you're driving towards the basket, you're going to plant that outside foot and pivot hard with the inside, or your away foot from the basket. You're going to plant that foot hard and spin back away from the defense and shoot a fadeaway jumper immediately off that spin move. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So you plant hard, spin away, fadeaway jumper. You'll see Steve Nash use this a lot, and this is very effective for undersized or mismatched players or quick guards, because if you can get that defender moving quickly, and they will try to beat you to the spot. When defenders try to duck under and get a hand on the ball right before you go to lay it up, this is an effective move to use because you can just spin back away, they go flying by you, and you just shoot a fadeaway right over top and hit the shot. It's a very, very good move to use, especially for point guards, shooting guards, small forwards who get this opportunity a lot during the game. Next is obviously the duck under, and this is effective for all players, but in particular, forwards and big men will use this a lot. But I've seen a lot of undersized players actually use this as well. When they're driving to the basket, you spin, right? We do that spin off move, and maybe your defender sticks with you. Okay, so perform this move when your defender's anticipating that spin move, okay, and they're with you on that spin. So you spin and go up into a jumper or a half hook shot. But if your defender jumps, which they will a lot of the time, okay, you're spinning, you spin towards the middle, you pump fake. If your defender jumps, you just duck under, okay, go underneath, step through, and finish the open layup. But if they don't jump, just shoot that baby hook shot. You can do that all day long, and they will not block that shot. You'll be able to hit that. So it's really an unguardable move, okay? You spin towards the middle. If they don't pick you up, right? If they kind of fall for the spin move, you just spin by them and do your layup. If they keep with you on the spin move, but they don't contest the shot, you just go up, shoot the baby hook. If they keep with you and they contest that shot, you pump fake, duck under, and finish the open layup. Very, very effective move. Use it in your game, master the footwork, and practice it in the gym, because this will work for you a lot of the time against a good defender. It'll work. I haven't seen it not work, to be honest with you. So this move will work and score you a lot of points. Next is the Kobe, and we've all seen Kobe Bryant do this. We're going to perform this move when your defender's anticipating a spin move. So you've spun on them a couple times. Maybe you have done the duck under, or maybe you've killed them with that move a couple times. So you drive, you do this fake half spin, so you plant your pivot foot hard, fake spin towards the middle, then pivot back towards the baseline opposite of your fake spin. Then you shoot a fadeaway jumper away from the defender. Okay, it's a really simple move, but it's really worth mastering. If you notice, the best scorers ever, okay, and I consider the best scorers ever to be Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, at least on the perimeter. I know there's some great scoring big men of all time, but at least on the perimeter, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, in my opinion, are the two best, most crafty scorers of all time, and they both have this move mastered, and there's a reason for that, because it works, okay? So I really suggest you master this move as well. Next is the Rondo. You've probably seen Rajon Rondo on the Boston Celtics do this quite a bit, and it's a pretty crafty move by its nature, because if you've hit your defender with a couple spin moves, especially the duck under, they're going to be anticipating this a lot. So if you go to the basket, you spin and hit that reverse spin, and then you over your shoulder pump fake. Okay, this is in between kind of a fake and a freeze move. And I say a freeze move because when you hit this move, you're going to notice, or when you have this move done to you, you're going to notice that your defender kind of freezes up, okay, because they don't know what you're doing. So all you do, and this is the key, you spin all the way back around on that one pivot foot. And this is hard to get the hang of, so you're going to want to work on this a few times, but you're going to spin all the way back around to the hoop on your pivot foot and shoot a floater off the top of the square. And you'll notice that we don't get a lot of height on the jump. We're not trying to. All we're trying to do is kiss that off the glass real high up, shoot the floater over top of the big man, okay? Because there's going to be a help defender coming in against a good defensive team. If there's not, then you can just lay it up. But in any case, one pivot, hard pivot, fake, okay, when you spin, you have that like over the shoulder pump fake, then spin all the way back around on that pivot foot, go all the way up and shoot that floater, kiss it off the glass for two. All right, simple move, but you got to get the hang of it before you actually try it. So I suggest going to the gym and actually practicing this one quite a bit. So again, the advanced finishing moves, the spin series, you got 4 moves now: the Nash fade, the duck under, the Kobe, and the Rondo. These moves will serve you very well, but again, keep it simple and use those explosive finishing moves first and foremost before you get into these. Then you can start adding things like the Nash fade, the duck under, the Kobe, and the Rondo, and you can be very proficient with them, but remember to master the basics first, okay? I can't emphasize that enough. So the spin series, very, very effective. We've been using it for a long time. Our athletes have scored a lot of points with it. I only started actually mastering these moves once I was done playing, which is unfortunate. I actually had the Nash fade down really well in my game, but the rest of them, like the duck under and the Rondo, I wasn't that good at, and I didn't use the Kobe all that often because I just wasn't in that position. So, and I still scored, 24.5 points per game at my peak, right? Just using the basic moves and the Nash fade and, my shooting and things in mid-range game and things like that. But if you can add, the duck under, the Rondo, and you can get in a position to use the Kobe a lot more, you're going to be very, 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 very dangerous on the court. So I'm really excited for you. I'm excited to hear about your scoring ability around the rim, how you can kind of fake defenders out and use your footwork to outmatch your defender. Now, here's a key, okay? Coaches love players with great footwork. It's a sign that you've learned the game, that you're a student of the game, that you have put in time to master these moves, and coaches love that. Okay, so if you can master these moves, use them in games, and show them to coaches, they will be absolutely impressed with you and they will want you on their team. So that's something that you're going to want to master. So again, the advanced finishing series, a couple players to watch. Like always, Kobe Bryant is pretty much a master of all this stuff, and I always recommend studying his game very closely. But again, the Rondo move, watch Rondo obviously, the Steve Nash move, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, this is again another player that I really suggest you watch closely if you can get your hands on some old Houston Rockets game tape. He's a very, very crafty big man. His footwork is exceptional. If you've never heard of the Dream Shake, YouTube it and watch some clips of him doing his signature move, the Dream Shake. This is just, it's mind-blowing how good his footwork is. In my opinion, the best footwork of all time for a big man. So watch these players, okay? Do whatever you can do to get your hands on some game tape, and it'll serve you very, very well. So again, the advanced finishing series, use it, master the basics first, but once you're done, master these moves, and they will really impress coaches and get you a lot of points on the floor. So I'm excited to hear all about your results. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you soon.